I was in Colorado this past summer. I just want to start with a quick story. And we were in the car and I looked up and I saw a hot air balloon. I had never seen one before. I was fascinated by it. And that graphic, that hot air balloon made me think about, life. Our life is kind of like a hot air balloon. It's, metaphorically, proverbially, it's like a hot air balloon in the sense that like we all want our lives to go up and get better. And on today's episode of Midweek Motivation with me, your host, Marcus, I'm going to talk about why it's what's inside of us that determines if we go up like a balloon. And I'm going to talk about the things that hold us back, the cinder blocks per se that keep our balloon on the ground. And I'm going to talk about what allows us to go up, the air per se that allows us to get to where we want to go in life, okay? Now, the famous businessman Charlie Munger said that we rise in life by learning, okay? Learning is what allows us to rise in life. And I was reading this book over the summer about him. It was talking about how he said in his family, he started off regular, modest means. Like most people now, he's like really rich. He's like 98 years old or something like that. He's Warren Buffett's business partner. And he said that people's lives get better through discipline, knowledge, and self-control, okay? These are all three of these things are things that live inside of us and that we've got to own them if we're going to rise in life. So the first thing, the thing I want to talk about is that what allows us to rise. Virtue is what allows us to rise. And basically virtue means that it's behavior rooted in high standards, okay? It's things like discipline, knowledge, self-control, competence, long-sightedness. It's all the good things that reside in humans, and we've got to own them because life is lived incrementally. You don't really see the results until time has passed. A good quote I like to remember is that time tells the truth, okay? You can really see the truth about something if you let a few years go by, and you'll see the truth about whether someone was lying or telling the truth. And time is just kind of amazing how it shows what really is happening. But kind of like where you live, like where we live, it's something that we go there every day. We spend so much time there. Like it's a part of us because it lives there. With these virtues and us having to go up, these virtues have to become a part of us, okay? Kind of like, I like what Daniel Ally said. He's an entrepreneur. He said, it doesn't matter where you live, it's what lives in you, okay? So these virtues of I'm talking about the four cardinal virtues before: courage, justice, temperance, prudence, anything along these lines, kindness, patience, all these things that are good that help us, those are all virtues that we have to own. They have to belong to us. They have to be a part of us for us to rise, okay? Now, the same way I want to talk about vices. These are the cinder blocks that keep our balloon down, okay? Vices are easy and they're natural. And here's a list of vices: laziness, procrastination. These are behaviors that are rooted in low standards, okay? These are things that are easy and natural and you don't have to do anything for them. They just come. They're just like weeds in the garden. They just come. Okay, with the garden, we've got to cultivate something good. It takes time and effort, okay? And now, when it comes to these virtues, how do you get virtue? It's through hardship. Virtue is wrought in pain and suffering, okay? The same way that's in the Bible, it says that Jesus was made perfect through his sufferings. We're going to become perfect through our sufferings, going through hard crucibles that mold and shape us into the new person. And as on one of my previous videos, I talked about how crucibles are things that are meant to change us. Some examples of crucibles are going to school, having kids, having a job. These are all things that are meant to make us into somebody different. And the thing about it is, and one thing I'm learning about just success and ascending in life, it really has a spiritual component to it. And that's important because these virtues and vices have to be real, or the virtue has to be real for you to rise, okay? For example, when you're at work, only you know, on this Wednesday, only you know if you're really working hard. You know in your heart if you're really trying to do right. No one else can tell. You can say all you want, I'm working hard, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but only you know in your own individual heart if you're getting better or getting worse, if you're truly putting forth your best effort, if you're really trying to do the things that are going to make you go up. And as you see, as time goes on, a lot of us are faking it, just to be honest, okay? And we don't have to be perfect at it, but we just got to be, it's got to be true, okay? The air's got to be real for us to go up. Can't be a fake virtue or it's not going to be real, okay? Now, these virtues and these vices are battling it out, okay? Now, in this life, for whatever reason, weaknesses count more than strengths. So our strengths are only going to take us as far as our weaknesses will allow. We have got to get the vices out. Getting the vices out is more important than having virtue. Okay, this is what Napoleon Hill said, author of the book Think and Grow Rich. He said one vice will destroy 12. One vice, one bad habit will destroy 12 good habits. Okay, so think about to yourself on this Wednesday, what vices, okay? What vices do I have and what virtues do I have? Remember, the virtues are going to allow you to rise in life. That it's the air in your proverbial hot air balloon, but the virtues are the air in your proverbial hot air balloon. But the vices are going to hold you back. All right. You ever seen someone that was really talented, but a lot of people say, oh, if only he wasn't an alcoholic, or if only he had gone to school, if only he had a support system, It's usually a vice that holds people back from what they want, not a lack of virtue. You can have a bunch of virtues and still get held back, okay? If a hot air balloon has a ton of air in it and it has one cinder block holding it down, it won't fly as high as it could have been. So think to yourself today, okay, how can I get better and make my life as virtuous as possible and get the vices out as much as I can? And then I think it was Ben Franklin who said, let each year find you a little better than you were last year. One less vice, one less bad habit. I think that's a good way to live. Every year you're getting better. You've shaved something off that doesn't need to be there anymore, okay? Now, if you enjoy this video, please share with your friends and family. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday on my respective channels. And as always, unsuccessful people make decisions based on their current situation, and successful people make decisions based on where they want to be. Let's make decisions based on where we want to be, and understand that it is what is inside of us that determines if we go up. Like the apartment we live in, the virtues that we own, and the vices that we own and we reside in and take care of and cultivate every day are going to allow us to go up or go down in life, okay? Thank you so much. Bye.